welcome to today's video. We are doing game week 2 uh, predictions. So let's go, let's get into it. So Premier League, so these are Premier League predictions, and I'll give some betting advice. If you want to place bets on some of these predictions, I'll say which ones are more likely to occur. So let's get into it. The first game of the week is tomorrow, and it's Brighton versus Manchester United. Brighton did well in their first game. I think they won by 3-0. Manchester United played better than last season's first game, so they won their game still by 1-0, but they had much more chances and they conceded less chances compared to what they did in the first game of last season. So this game, it's going to be it's a tricky one. Brighton are looking at doing something different. I think we're going to see that they're not really playing the way they used to play like last season. It's going to be a bit different because they have a new manager, and what he likes is a bit different from the past managers that Brighton have had. So it's going to be an interesting game. I think with Brighton, look out for Mitoma, and the other wing. People playing in the wings are going to be like the danger people for Brighton. But still, I'll give this game to Manchester United. I think Manchester United will win this game. By how many goals, I don't know. Do they both score? Maybe. But I think United wins this. So if you're a betting person, I think you go with United to win or both teams to score. That would be my advice. Or let me see, under 3.5 goals also, I think for betting guys would do you well. And then the next game will be Southampton versus Nottingham Forest. Southampton, it's a League 2 team, I think. So I think they're going to struggle with most of the Premier League teams. Nottingham Forest survived, but I think they'll give Nottingham Forest a problem. I don't see how they score goals, but I think they'll play well. So I'll give a win to Nottingham Forest. I think they have more attacking forwards, so they are the away team, but I think they'll win this game. Then Manchester City versus Ipswich Town. I think Ipswich Town played well first half of their Liverpool game last week. It was a good game. First half they were very good, but then second half Liverpool showed why they are in the Premier League or why they are a top team. So I think I don't think the same thing will happen. I think this game Man City will hammer from the first half. I think Man City will score a goal or two in the first half and the same in the second half. So it will be, I think, a high scoring game, maybe 3 or more goals. Do Ipswich score in this goal? Maybe if they maybe or maybe not, because Man City have a good defense. So that game, sure, Man City wins this game. If you're a betting person, I would say you give Asian handicap minus 2.5 goals to Man City. So I think they'll score about 3 goals or more in this game. So there's that. Then the next game will be Tottenham versus Everton. Tottenham versus Everton. First game of the week was very interesting for Tottenham. I thought they'd score more than 3 goals for sure, but somehow because the first half of the game they were just swamping Leicester City. Like there was attack after attack after attack, like endless attacks, but then 1 goal to show for it. And it's like they wanted to pass the ball into the goal. Like they didn't want to shoot, they just wanted to pass their way into the goal. I think that's what affected them. I think we shall see something different in this next game. I think we shall have more shots and they'll be like more direct in terms of wanting to score. So I think they'll win against Everton. Everton still a funny team, and the way the setup is Old Testament stuff. So I don't see how they get goals. They have issues. They've started losing players already. Ashley Young is out, I think, for a number of games. So it's interesting in that way. I don't see how they score. I don't see how they get goals. So Tottenham wins that by how many goals? Maybe 2 goals or more. But sure, they win that for sure. Then if you're a betting person, Tottenham to win that. Next game is Crystal Palace versus West Ham. Crystal Palace, I think they had a very good game. They had the goal cancelled by funny situations. I don't see how that goal is supposed to be cancelled. A very good free kick, and they cancel it because of something that's happening away from the ball. So I don't know why it's that way. I don't see why they could not allow the goal, even though the ref had blown the whistle. Well, I guess those are some of the loopholes that are still there in our football. I think that should be dealt with. Things like that shouldn't be happening in this time and age. So Crystal Palace, West Ham with the new manager, he may be more progressive or be the same as Moyes, but I think he's more progressive. They are still in their starting steps or first steps with the new manager, so still discovering what can we do, what can we not do, so still new. So I think Crystal Palace win this game. They should have gotten a draw against Brentford, but yeah, because of the ref and that nonsense, they lost the game. So I think Crystal Palace win this game. Do both teams score? Maybe. West Ham have the ability to score a goal. I think that would be a good bet if you're a betting person for both teams to score. But I think Crystal Palace win this one. Then the next game is Fulham versus Leicester City. Fulham at home, we beat them. We saw they have the ability to create chances. They weren't able to really create very well in the final third of the pitch against United. But I think in this game at home, their first game at home, I think they'll do better than they did at United. So I think they'll score some goals. And I think Leicester City were lucky in the first. Well, lucky, yeah. I think they were lucky in the first game to not concede more than 1 goal and also to score. But then again, they missed a very good chance. Vardy had to score the second goal. They could have gotten away with the win. So things like this not going their way, they should have scored the second goal against Tottenham. Those would be 3 points now. They're supposed to get at least above 30 points if they are to stay in the Premier League. I don't see that happening if they can't take chances like they did have in the first game of the week. So that is Fulham to win. Betting person, please. Fulham wins this. I think also both teams to score, but I'm not really sure about that. So Fulham win, that's for sure. Fulham win. Then the next game is on Sunday, and that's a very, very interesting game that is to come. Aston Villa versus Arsenal. Which team wins? Well, I think in terms of Aston Villa and Arsenal, I think it's a repeat of last season. I think Aston Villa wins this. Aston Villa has gotten very, very good odds. If you look at the bookies, I think it's above 4 for Aston Villa to win, which is amazing. Aston Villa beat Arsenal home and away last season, so I don't know why they have such high odds. So I think if I was a betting person, I would really put something on Aston Villa, because something similar may happen. They know how to beat Arsenal. Both teams to score, yes. I think Aston Villa win. What do you think? All right, let's go on. I think Aston Villa win that because still basically the same team. Manager, more experience. Champions League has not yet, or yeah, Champions League has not yet started, so we're still playing one game a week. Arsenal, same. Have they really? Okay, they've improved in a way, but I think Aston Villa really have a good chance of winning this. The next game is Bournemouth versus Newcastle. This will be an interesting one. I have Bournemouth in my Premier League predictions. I have Bournemouth getting relegated. I think they don't have a striker. I think it's going to affect them. This is their game at home against Newcastle. Newcastle won against 10 men in the first week. I think Newcastle will be too strong for Bournemouth. So I would say either Newcastle win or a draw, but let me go for a Newcastle win. And then maybe if you're a betting person, under 3.5 goals in this game is something else I'd like bet on. But Newcastle to win. Also for the betting person, a draw or a Newcastle win would work. Yeah, so Newcastle look okay-ish. Bournemouth, well, let's see what more games do to Bournemouth. Then the second last game of the game week is Wolves versus Chelsea. Chelsea, the team that has 40 something players. Anyway, we heard the manager say, well, he's only working with 20 something players, so the other 15 or so are not part of the team. I don't know what they're doing at Chelsea. Maybe just receiving free money, sit around and do nothing. Well, good life for them. But then, okay, Wolves game versus Chelsea. Which team do I have winning? I think Wolves win this. Chelsea, they had a game yesterday, qualifications for Conference League. People play qualifications for the Conference League. All right, interesting. So they won the game 2-0. I think they'll be okay in this game, but I think Wolves will shock them. Wolves are at home. Chelsea are a confused team. If I was to describe them, they are not yet settled. I don't think they're going to get settled because what do they do with the rest of the other players? Well, let's wait and see for the window to get closed. Let's see. Let's wait and see what remains after the window is closed. Then we shall know what is Chelsea doing really. But then this game, I have Wolves winning the game. So those are 2 losses in a row for Chelsea. Maybe they get a draw in this game. I don't know. But I have them losing the game. I wouldn't suggest. If you're a betting person, I'm not suggesting anything with Chelsea. So no tips on Chelsea. But then I'm having them lose this game. Both teams to score. I also don't know about that. Last game is Liverpool versus Brentford. Liverpool started very well, like Liverpool, with the new manager. I think Brentford also a very interesting team, very good at counter-attacking. Ivan Toney is not yet playing. I think they're waiting for the window to close. Maybe he's still looking for a club outside, but still, even without Ivan Toney, they are still very dangerous team. We saw that against is it Crystal Palace? I think they scored one counter-attacking goal. Mbumo, a very good forward. Wisa, also very good. So Brentford, they know how to do their thing. They now know how to stay in the league, and they are very dangerous in what they do. So Liverpool, how do Liverpool manage that? I think Liverpool will manage it. Liverpool are a very good team. They've not changed. They've not added really any players. The systems, I think, are very similar. So I think Liverpool are still dangerous too. And and it feels like they have a point to prove. So I think I'll give Liverpool the win in this game. So Liverpool win this. They are at home, so I think they win this. So maybe both teams score, maybe, but most likely Liverpool win 2-0. So those are my predictions for game week 2. And for the betting people, games to look out for: United win this game, maybe both teams score, or you can have the group score predictions like 1-0, 2-0, or 2-1. I think one of those scores will be the score for this game. Another game you can look at, it's a Man City win, but that will give, I think, almost no money. But then if you say Asian handicap, Man City Asian handicap minus 2.5, I think Man City will score more than 2 goals. So I think you can get something from that. Or another interesting one in regards to Man City, I think Haaland scoring first is a nice one. Yep. So then Tottenham, I think Tottenham win. That's another good game that you can put on some money. I think Tottenham win. So yeah, let's see. Those are my predictions. Let's see how they go. We shall be back after the game week, going through what we got right and what we got wrong. Alright, so please subscribe to the channel, like the video. Thank you. Have a good one.